Welcome to the first of our Learn to Cook Kosher workshops. We've designed these workshops for anybody without any knowledge at all to come in and learn how to cook. I believe that cooking is like riding a bicycle. Once you know how, it's really easy and so much fun. And to help us learn, we have a renowned chef with us, Denise Phillips. She's written several books and regularly writes in the newspaper columns about cooking, and she's going to be teaching us today how to cook a Thai feast. And we're delighted to have her with us. We hope this video will inspire you to try this at home, and wish you good luck.
Food, which I think is really delicious because you've got the Asian influence and also the Indian influence, and it's the combination of that. So wonderful ingredients as we have. We've got the ginger, we've got shallots, we've got lemongrass sticks, we've got, and I'll pass this around, it's kaffir lime leaves, and I'll show you how to use all these ingredients. I've even got here, you can smell that, that's smoked garlic. Well, you can pass those around with different ingredients and things that I think are really, really great. Now their main thing is about, by mellowing it, which I think on a kosher point of view is about using coconut milk to make this obviously creamy but also para. So not only am I using coconut milk, but I'm also using coconut oil, which is a really great product. I'll just show you some of the makes that we've got, and I say it's coconut oil, but it comes solid, it's actually soft. As it melts, it becomes an oil. And it's talking about the latest products. The coconut flour was one of the latest products to be kosher for Pesach as well. There was almond flour, coconut flour. Kosher Kingdom had those in stock, as well as tapioca flour. They were the three new products which became very popular this season. So you might just smell that.
Healthy, isn't it?
It is incredible. It's got uric acid in it. 48% uric acid, which is very good for the digestive system. It's very good if you have colitis or you suffer from Crohn's. But not only is it used culinary, it is also used for your hair, for your skin. It is actually an all-round product, and people use this, for numerous ways. Let's say I'm obviously using culinary tonight, but it is very good even on burns. Sunstroke.
Do they sell that in Kosher Kingdom? Coconut oil?
Oh, they do. Yeah. They certainly do, yes. So that's as far as we've got. So on the menu tonight, you've got that. It's a steamed fish with sizzling garlic oil, spicy mushroom and lemongrass soup. I love that one. That particular recipe is on the front cover of my very first book, so it looks like a picture. It's really good. And chicken coconut curry, and I'm doing a ginger spice rice, that's basmati rice, and a roasted pineapple spears. So even, I don't know what your name is, but even if you just make cereal, I promise you'll be able to make these recipes. As far as I'm concerned, anything is easy when you know how. All right, it's as simple. My late father used to say, if you can read, you can cook. I'm not sure about that one, but I would say that it is anything is easy when you know how, and the tricks of the page, and I will show you how to make things as easily as possible. All the ingredients are from the local supermarkets, kosher stores, so don't worry about, and I will show you the packaging so that you too can buy them. So there's no hidden secrets. I want to show you everything. So we are going to start, as I say, from the starter. It's actually a steamed fish. Now I don't know if you've got a steamer or not, and I'll show you how to make your own. I say my new special toy, my new steam oven has obviously the steam function. You may even have a steam function in your oven and never used it. You follow around the cursor on your buttons, you may find it actually does say steam. And obviously everything cooks at 100 degrees, and the trick of it all is the heat. It cooks it all beautifully without adding any oil or fat. Alright, so a steamer, it needs something either with holes so the steam can actually come through. The water will begin to boil, and I actually position it so it will start to boil, and then you just turn the lid down and simmer. It is an incredibly healthy way of cooking. Thank you very much. And really what I wanted to show you is how to achieve that. Now what I have here is some cod and some haddock. They're quite big pieces, and then we can just flake that off however if you want them. And the sizzling oil is made with the sesame oil and a little bit of soy sauce and the flavours that we're using, because to be perfectly honest, fish doesn't need a lot of flavouring on it. It's the own natural flavour, and I think fish with thick sauces is quite cloying. It's that natural flavour is really good. So what we're doing here, and I think all the rest of this is, you can either use these as cabbage leaves or even cauliflower leaves to almost to make your own steamer if you wanted to, layers, and this would actually, you could have a plate maybe with some holes, if you haven't got with holes, or just make this, put this at the bottom with some water underneath, and that would create it. I mean, maybe you've seen, even like the Chinese have those baskets. I'm not expecting you to go out on shopping agendas of new equipment, but I'm trying to make do with what you have. So this is just the cabbage leaves, of which I'm going to put some of this on the bottom here of the steamer, just a little bit here. And then I will actually season this fish. Now, I know Shlomi does have his own steamer, so we might actually put some of that on there. But I just want to point out a few little, while we're cooking things, little things about the Thai. The Thais don't like to eat alone. It's bad luck. They like to have rice with everything. They actually, if there's any rice that's left from their meal, they throw it out to the fields, so say it's also a good omen. And also the Thais don't use chopsticks. They use their knives and forks, unless it's actually the noodle. Normally they use knives and forks. And also they use the pestle and mortar quite a lot to grind up all their spices. Now I can hear that clicking. Can you hear that? Yeah, you can hear that. So we're going to put, it's beginning to come up to the boil. So this will start to steam, and I can put the fish. Now I'm going to season this with some salt and pepper. Put this all over and put the lid on. I have got haddock and cod.
Does it have to be flat?
Yes. Well, what were you thinking of then?
Now, could you fill the whole basket, or do you have to make sure that it's...
Well, I am going to stack it up, but this is the only one I've got. So
will the ones on top still steam?
Yes, they will. They should. It will take a little bit longer, but.
Wouldn't that burn the fish at the bottom, because you're trying to?
No, nothing's going to burn. It's steaming. It's not steaming, so we might have to turn it over on that. Now, if you just want to cut this, I need to obviously do that.
In my next flat, I'm going to get a sink over here, so that. Whilst Denise is doing that, I just wanted to mention that. The reason we've organised this is because, everybody can learn how to cook. As you said, it's like riding a bike. It's just a matter of applying yourself, and it's amazing how easy it is to do once you try it. And it's I find it very therapeutic. But I found that once you know a few recipes, you tend to do the same recipes all the time. And so I wanted just to explore. Having travelled a lot, I want to just explore many different countries, and that's why Denise has very kindly agreed to start us off with a Thai.
And it goes all over Hampstead Heath. I actually got some in my garden. It doesn't look like garlic at all. It's actually a little a green leaf, and it's in season now. And it makes the best soups and stews. I even made a pesto sauce with it. It is really, really good. So it's not as pungent as the smoke. Sorry, I'm not explaining what I'm doing here. I took the clothes, and to take the clothes out, so I do this automatically, I just flatten it with the blade. You can hear it crunch. And what I'm doing is chopping and tailing, and out comes the whole garlic. You may have garlic crushers that look like this, what happens? All the garlic stays in the crusher. Nodding, yes. I love my gadgets, and I'll show you some of my gadgets and different things. But what I will say...
Is it not too strong like before?
Well, you want the garlic.
Not strong.
Do you want to throw it away? So anyway, that is the way to chop. You can have slices or finely chopped, but it's going to be cooked anyway. This is not, we're not going to have raw garlic. This is going in with the fish, and really natural. You can see it already. I'm just going to leave that, and I will push the heat up a little bit more.
So how many minutes do you actually steam it for?
Actually, steam it probably, well, it depends on what steamer you've got. I'll be very honest. If it's one really big flat and your fish is completely flat, I would say about 3 minutes, and it depends also on the thickness of that fish. I'll take it back. You know when fish is cooked, when it's not opaque, and it flakes beautifully. If you're busy sawing or it with really cutting difficulty, it's not cooked. But that's the way to do it there. So I would say about 5 minutes. It is a good dish to do, and as far as I'm concerned, it ticks the boxes. You can have it in advance, you can prepare it in advance, and you can enjoy it hot, cold, warm. Big tick, I can have that for Shabbos and Yom Tov. Big tick, you can have it. Don't freeze it. It's too nice to freeze. Don't worry about freezing it. It's so quick to make. Why do you need to freeze it? It's beautifully cold, you know, the fish on that, with it just the drizzle of the oil, garlic and sesame oil. Just drizzle it over just before you serve it, and a little bit of, if you wanted to, soy sauce, because the soy sauce will taint the white fish. So go easy on that. The spring onions, I was also just talking to Sharon about actually how you chop the spring onions, the way to wash them. It's actually cut through the sides, because otherwise you can't check that they are properly clean. So the way I like to cut these at an angle. So an angle, why? Because it looks prettier to the side. And then you've got sort of like diamond shapes. So that looks really nice. So what I'm preparing now, the fish is now cooking. And what I'm preparing here, and I'll get this all ready at the frying pan, and we'll use the wok. Why not? I've got 2 woks actually. Another one out there.
Why is the wok the shape that it's in?
Because it's for stirring, really the heat as you move things around. And that one, well, traditionally that's how they use it for the vegetables. Now I'm going to, for this particular dish, I'm going to put some pat choy in just as well, because it looked nice on the bed of